Big welcome to Zwartkops here for round 2 of the Rotax Max South African Championship.
Oh, were you ready for this? Looks like a small field, but trust me, all of these men are packing a whole lot of racing, especially because we have Muhammad Wali featuring as they go in. Away they go. Very nice racing. Kept it clean, and it's an official start. Turn 1, RG Baji. You would expect that, the 478 cart there. Is that Muhammad Wali? Oh my goodness, that was Muhammad Wali. The man I mentioned to bring the drama does so straight away. Pay me my money. Oh, and the lead relatively comfortable, forming with the top 3. Oh my goodness. Tight racing, 2 abreast, 3 abreast, almost 4. Oof, Ethan Steer having to steer his cart and keep it steady. Muhammad Wali, unfortunately, the victim of a relatively messy start. We'll see how his recovery takes shape. But we have the 427 of Tyler Robertson in view as he takes turn 1, marshalling the rest of the field. The 442 cart just came and went there. As the carts go up the hill, Divya Naidu has a family pride, honor to defend, as Shreya Naidu kind of lost out in Heat 1 in the Senior Max class. To see if Divya is able to defend the family's honor. Muhammad Wali having to. Divya Naidu there, wrestling his cart, getting it back in under the tunnel. Whole lot of chassis flicks happening there. Ethan Steer in 3rd place in his 442 cart. Ooh, side by side, there's 478 there. Who is that young man? Kieran Grottis. He having to be very nimble. There has to be a cat there on his toes, on his twinkle toes, but he seems to have a bit of space now ahead of him as Matthew Wadley is the CRT right in front of him in 5th place. And my mistake, Muhammad Wali is in the lead ahead of Troy Sneyman and Ethan Steer in 3rd place. Muhammad Wali is comfortable. He is gone. Kieran Grottis actually shares a very similar kid to Muhammad Wali when he's plying his trade elsewhere. I won't mention where. But it is Wali actually comfortably in the lead. In fact, the cameraman is too lazy to find him because he's that quick. He's the Flash right now. Ethan Steer. Should I say the Steer thing again? No, I won't. Matthew Wadley wrestling his CRG and going onto the cross. Who is this? Oh my goodness. Divya Naidu. Oh no. Well done, Wadley, defending your position to Joandre Nell. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. There's our man, Muhammad Wali in 1st place, looking ever so comfortable. He's got a mansion of room for him to bring this race home. Oh, beautiful, beautiful racing. And 2nd place coming into shot, Troy Sneyman. Very nice. Ooh, some of my favorite racers coming into shot in the same frame. Muhammad Wali and Troy Sneyman, all but through the kitchen sink in. Last time around in the championship, it was just carnage, and that's what we want. Slams, hand on table. That's exactly what we want. But let's see if they can bring it to us again. Bit of action as Troy Sneyman goes slightly uphill for the last turn. Lap 11 of 15 at the moment, so the countdown begins for Troy Sneyman to bring that 2nd place maybe first place home. You never know what happens. As we see the flex of Muhammad Wali's chassis there. Set up, dialed in nicely as you want. It's exactly what you want to see. The inner rear wheel jacking up as the racer turns. Then you know the kart is turning. It needs to do that. Having lack of suspension, the chassis needs to flex to adjust to the contours of each track to bring each talented driver home. Troy Sneeman getting a bit of gravel and dust. Nobody likes that, but seems rather steady. Securing his second place there. Troy Sneeman, as you see the glare from his visor there, he's got a lot of clear track ahead of him, so he's going to be focusing on just the stretch, the final stretch of 3 laps, that's ahead of them, as Muhammad Wali, our leader there, makes it out through the tight stuff and then goes uphill, approaching our last turn. But as it stands, he makes his way up the hill, coming off the back of a dominant win, winning overall in Idube. And he's got a whole lot of wind in his sails as he takes race 1 in the Junior Max class here at Zwartkops. Well done, Muhammad Wali, fist in the air, that's what's up. And in second place, Troy Sneeman will be coming up shortly. But that's how it wraps up. Ethan Steer in third place, Kian Grotis in fourth, Divya Naidu, the younger Naidu, in fifth. Probably this might be the fight of the next 5 years in karting. Who knows? We'll see. But as they start for Heat 2, kept it clean. Very nice start. Ooh, someone just dotted on the inside. Wow. But while he keeps his position, Sneeman right behind him, everyone makes it out unscathed relatively. Oof. Okay, we have a clean start. Very, very good stuff from Sneeman. So we're going to see a clean round of racing as it stands, given that everyone made it out alive from turn 1, the deadly turn 1. Muhammad Wali does not have a lot of breathing room just yet. Kian Grotis is in the middle of a sandwich there that he needs to get out of quickly, and he does exactly that. As he goes down the home straight, you could hear me calling him out. Divya Naidu right behind Kian Grotis there. Sneeman in the lead, adjusting his radiator flap. Temperature change, tactic change too. He's of course second in the championship coming into this round, so high stakes things. Sitting at the big boys table. Mr. Steer making sure his kart stays on track. Ethan, that is, in the wake of Divya Naidu, the younger Naidu, but they're just in Kian Grotis's dust at the moment. He's just running away with it. We'll see if they're able to catch up and recover, but Divya Naidu clearly has the better pace of the two between him and Mr. Steer, Ethan Steer, so maybe they should use a bit of teamwork there. Let's see. And if Heat 1 is anything to go by, someone better catch Wally quick, because Wally is on a wobber. How about that? Is he able to keep his form seen from Heat 1? Certainly looks like it already. I mean, he's already got a respect. It looks like 2-3 kart lengths ahead of Sneeman. Naidu not managing to get away from Ethan Steer. They might have to swap around in their tactic there. Wally has a decent size, a Santon size apartment behind him for a room in leadership. And he looks like he's working on a mansion with the room, because the gap between him and Troy Sneeman is widening very quickly. He seems to have a lot more advantage, mechanical advantage, going in under the tunnel, coming out onto the tight stuff. and approaching the home straight. That gap is getting relatively bigger. It looks like 4 kart lengths now as opposed to 3. Wally at this circuit, my goodness, the combination of Muhammad Wali and this circuit is just, scintillating. You can't touch the man. He just knows it so well. All about experience now. All about experience. And as it stands, it is Muhammad Wali with a 44.2 in the lead. In the lead ahead of Troy Sneeman, 45 dead. Ken Gratis, 44.8. Ethan Steele with a 45.6. And Divya Naidu, 45.8. Tyler Robinson in 6th. Matthew Wadley in 7th. And Shwandra Nell in 8th place. But of course, our championship leaders, Muhammad Wali and Troy Sneeman, as they come up around. Is that them or those spot markers? Can't really tell. That's how far ahead they are. Down the home straight as we speak. That's him looking comfortable, lounging it. Got a mansion in between him and his next opponent, Troy Sneeman. Whole lot of breathing, bro. A whole lot. Second and third coming into shot, Troy Sneeman and Ken Grotis very close behind him. Yep, we've definitely seen the combination of a good setup, experience coming into play for Muhammad Wali here at Zwartkops. You just can't touch the man at this circuit. It's his hunting ground. He's putting his name on it here. And as it stands, he just has no competition. He just knows this track so well. It's going to take a lot from Troy Sneeman and the boys in heat 3, 4, 5, and 6 tomorrow. But yeah, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board to try and challenge Mr. Wali, who's just absolutely been outstanding. As we enter the final lap of heat 2 in the Junior Max class. There we go, there's our leader. Muhammad Wali coming up against the back markers. Muhammad Wali so fast. Muhammad Wali is so fast that the checkered flag couldn't catch up to him. That's how fast Wali is. Let's put it into context. Crazy, but that's how it finishes, folks. Muhammad Wali in first, Troy Sneeman second, Ken Grotis third, Tyler Robinson fourth, Ethan Skier, 5th place, Shwandra Nell in 6th, Matthew Wadley 7th, and Divya Naidu 8th with a DNF.
They're in the trams, they're ready to go, and we are good to go for the start. Heading towards turn 1, it is a great start out of Muhammad Wali. Kian Grotis with a bit of pressure coming on the inside, and just forcing his way through there. Troy Sneeman was not going to give that one up. He got the nose cone on the inside and hit the curb, and just made it through. Tyler Robinson, what a start from the young lady. She's just the find of the season so far for me is Tyler Robinson in Junior Max, and doing an incredible job to run there with the boys. Looks like a little bit of issue there from the 4-7-8 point of view. I think that might have been Jean-Andre Null who just got out of shape there coming out of turn 2 at the front end. Looks like a couple of changes that weren't expected, and look out to see what's going to be happening now as they come up through the twisties. Tyler Robinson with a bit of pressure coming from behind. 433 cart there of Matthew Wadley applying the pressure onto Tyler as she comes up into the double left-hander. And this is just an incredible job that she's done so far. 499 is the man to beat at this point in time, and he's going to be a tough man to beat as he has been dominant all weekend long. Muhammad Wali showing us exactly what it takes to be at the front end of this championship. Troy Sneeman in second place though, but he's got a bit of a gap to make up even on the first lap. They're into lap 2 now. But unbelievable to see how quickly things change up in this category. Troy Sneeman looking for another second place, but can he find anything to try and beat out Muhammad Wali? Kian Grotis was 3rd yesterday. Look at where he sits at the moment, down in 8th. I think Jean-Andre Null and Kian Grotis got out of shape coming into turn 2. Those are the 2 carts involved in that incident where we saw the 2 carts spinning out coming just before the tunnel. And now through the triple left-hander, they've opened up a bit too evenly here for me. I was expecting it to be a lot closer. Let's see what's going to happen now here for the third heat of the day, or of the weekend, I should say. There's Grottis coming down to turn 1, trying to close down. There is Jean Reynal and Ethan Steer. I think also might have been involved there. He's dropped a little bit further back than what he'd like to be doing. Remember, it's the first time out for Ethan Steer in this category too, stepping up to Junior Max for the first time in his career. And the top two making their way up the hill as those second last and third last drivers make their way into the tunnel. Mohammed Wali being closed down now by Troy Snyman, but when I say closed down, Snyman really doesn't have an answer at this point in time. Mohammed, look at the gap he's pulled. That's only after 3 laps. Absolutely mind-blowing. It was 2.7 seconds after the third lap, and now 3.2 seconds. He's just eating them up here. Remember, this is the man who comes out of Verincon kart circuit, so he does spend a lot of time at various kart circuits up here in Gauteng, South Africa. And Mohammed Wali certainly showing that his love for Zwartkops is paying dividend here this weekend. Naidu in some trouble. Tyler Robinson looking good. Running that 427, the 27 number, of course, where her dad ran in National Superbikes as well as in the ZX10 Masters Cup. Tyler Robinson, a lot of time in two-wheelers. And now Tyler doing a super job of following in her dad's footsteps and moving up to third place. Great bit of maneuvering there, finding the spot and getting through. So the Paralympic machine moves up ahead of the Burrell ART kart. Tyler now, look at the concentration as she tries to get through the tunnel and maintain that good drive towards the twisties. Right, left, and then back over the switchback. Vivian Naidu sliding slightly there. Mojo's crying out for grip. The circuit has got incredible grip. They do a lot of racing at this track, not only karting, they do some short circuit motorcycle racing. They even do some main circuit racing here with saloon cars and sports cars, where they have some fun with kind of a bit of fun activities. And the new surface that they put down 2 months ago during the lockdown is certainly paying dividends. These tires are just loving life. So it looks like it's changed up ever so slightly here in Junior Max. Junior Max, it looks like it's been made for Mohammed Wali. He now tries to hang on for one more lap. Shouldn't be too much of an issue there. So it's 499 Mohammed Wali, Troy Snyman, 444. Going into the double left-hander, and then it's 427 Tyler Robinson. Great drive there from that young lady. Kian Grottis is in fourth. He was on the front row. He's made up some ground. If Grottis doesn't spin out, I think there's a possibility he'll be a little bit higher up in the next heat. Snyman goes into the tunnel. Tyler Robinson not too far behind him. But here comes your leader. He's made this look so easy. Mohammed Wali keeping it smooth as silk. Looks like Leroy Bolter's assistance has definitely helped out here for this young man. Checkered flag coming out, and there's the win. Another one in the bag here for Mohammed Wali. He'll be very happy with his performance, and so will the team. Wali taking the victory over Troy Snyman. Tyler Robinson comes through for third place ahead of Kian Grottis. Kian Grottis will be coming through for the fourth spot. Matthew Wadley in 5. Keeping them very slow as they come round, and now getting the hammer down as they come across the line. Good start. It's Wali who dives through. Kian Grottis goes with him. Grottis gets a bit sideways, but it is Mohammed Wali. Troy Snyman gets forced down into third place there by Kian Grottis, and here comes Tyler Robinson with a bit of attention being shown early on there from Divian Naidu. Divian Naidu making up some ground and up into about fourth place as they go down into the tunnel for the first time. Nice maneuver there from Divian Naidu. Divian Naidu trying to find a way through early on. But it's Kian Grottis who hangs on to second place at this point. Troy Snyman, Divian Naidu, Tyler Robinson in 5th. And she's got the attentions there, I think, of Jean Reynal. Ethan Steer not too far back as well. Also first time out in this season for the youngster. Stepping up into Junior Max. Cosmic Man looking for a chance now to stay ahead of Troy Snyman. Troy Snyman's got it all to do this weekend. He's got to get as much points as possible. And first time out here for Kian Grottis, fighting with a man who's taken championships in the past already. Grottis into the top end, right from the word go. He's came from the regional side of things. Oh, and a big maneuver there up the inside from Troy Snyman, sends Grottis into the tyre wall. Snyman gets going, and he goes straight to the back, but Kian Grottis unceremoniously taken out there by Troy Snyman. Sure, that was a huge maneuver there. That definitely wasn't expected, that is for sure. We go through there, we don't have an action replay. That was a big maneuver that happened there into the bottom end of the circuit. It's bumped up a couple of drivers into different positions. Of course, Divya Naidu up into second place now. Tyler Robinson is third, and Ethan Steer up to fourth. Jean Drainel in 5 and Matthew Wadley in 6. Can Tyler Robinson find a way through up into second place? That'll be her best finish of any racing she's done in Junior Max, that is for sure. See just how hard they are pushing now, realizing that 2 contenders are out. Robinson in with a chance of her best finish of her career in karting, that is for sure. And Divya Naidu looks over the wrong shoulder, over the right-hand shoulder, comes across and forces the young lady onto a wide line. Whoa, what a move! That is proper good from Ethan Steer, coming out of nowhere, realizing the two of them were trying different lines, and Steer goes up into third. Tyler Robinson moving down to fourth place though, as we saw a big out-braking and late duck up the inside from Ethan Steer. Steer now applying the pressure onto Divya Naidu. Nice little fight here for second place. Second at this point in time is so important, because no one has the answer to first place. The gap that's opened up already, almost 4 seconds on Muhammad Wali at the front. Across the line they go. First third completed. Divya Naidu, Ethan Steer, Tyler Robinson. Down into turn 2 they go. No change just yet. Ethan Steer still ahead of Tyler Robinson. Robinson trying to close down and get back ahead of Ethan Steer. Has a look. Oh, and a touch! Big tap there between Tyler Robinson and Ethan Steer as they went down into the bottom end of the circuit, starting the twisties. Steer got the bump, but Robinson lost out though, unfortunately, trying to make that out-braking maneuver down into the bottom end of the circuit. It's about turn 4 she went into there that got wrong. Divya Naidu hanging on for second. That's a much better outing after the DNF in race 3, so second place is definitely better than not finishing. Although I don't know if anybody's going to have an answer to Muhammad Wali, who's doing everything right in the front end. Divya Naidu trying to make up some ground after yesterday's poor performance, and of course the DNF in race 3, to try and stay in second place in the championship. It's not an easy thing to do. Not in the kind of company that's running around. Troy Snyman is about a second off Jean Drainel and is about 12 seconds off the leader. So we're looking at about 3 seconds between himself and Ethan Steer. So Snyman's still in with a shot here. We'll have to keep an eye out on Snyman a bit further back there to see if he's able to bridge that gap and get through. Possibly back up into a top 5. He's had a massive mountain to climb after being excluded from race 1 at Idubi, all the rounds in Idubi. Technical infringement. So he started his championship actually off yesterday, and it went pretty well. But you can see Snyman coming through there and being involved in a little bit of a fracas there with the new man, Kian Grottis, being sent onto the sideline. Remember that Troy Snyman down in 5th place will not have the ability to throw any of these races away. So he's got to get as many points as he can out of the races that he's got. He's got a 2nd place in race 3. He had a couple of decent finishes yesterday. Muhammad Wali sharing the spoils with him yesterday. So Muhammad Wali, though, is doing everything right at the front end. Here comes Tyler Robinson on the inside. This time she makes it stick on Ethan Steer. And Steer sees her coming, and I think he gave her a bit more room. Didn't want to get tagged again going into that bottom corner. Naidu from Robinson now. Robinson, I think, looked over the shoulder and saw Troy Snyman coming. And I wonder if there's a problem there on Ethan Steer, because he slowed up a little bit more than what I'd like. Ethan Steer falling back. Oh, and problems on the sideline here as well. That's Wadley. Jordan Wadley's got out of shape. Matthew Wadley, beg your pardon, it's Matthew Wadley, not Jordan Wadley. There's two of them out there, remember? But it's Matthew Wadley on the sideline and out of this one. Trying to get the cart out of harm's way. Second, third, fourth place. Here comes Sneyman onto the back end of fourth, and Ethan Steer could be in trouble. Ethan Steer could be in trouble here, heading into the twisties. It's Troy Sneyman applying massive amounts of pressure onto Ethan Steer. Sneyman diving on the inside. There he goes, diving through. Steer opening up a door that Troy Sneyman says, thanks very much, I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. 12 of 15 completed now. And they're on to lap 13. Is there going to be a change up here between Tyler Robinson and Divya Naidu? Naidu could be in a bit of threat here. Robinson looking for a second place, her best finish of her career. Definitely looking for a chance now to get ahead of the Burrell ART. Tyler Robinson, Troy Sneyman closing down rapidly. Sneyman could be a big threat here. Closing stages, could potentially get through on both of these because he's lapping a lot quicker than the two of them are at this stage. Coming across the line, we'll get those lap times, but certainly looking like Troy Sneyman has still got a chance here of finishing up in the top three. Sneyman, 44.7s. No, 44.7s out of Robinson and 44.8s out of Divya Naidu. He's not quick enough yet. And Naidu now, with big pressure from Robinson, that's going to slow the two of them down. Could we possibly see a change up here for the last part of this incredibly tight race? This is good stuff here from him. Oh, there was a nose, a look up the inside there. Tyler Robinson definitely wanted to have a go, but just thought, hang tight, maybe a little bit later. She goes right up underneath that back bumper as they start their penultimate lap. Penultimate lap now for them. I keep forgetting that Muhammad Wali's up the road. So he crosses the line and starts that final lap before anybody else does. 43.9s out of Muhammad Wali. Naidu 45.1. Slowed up dramatically here, and that's what's allowed Troy Sneyman back into a potential second place battle. 3 carts for second. Oh, it's tight. It's lovely stuff between them. Troy Sneyman looking for a chance now. 2 corners and a lap to go. 2 corners of this lap to go. I don't think Sneyman's going to have enough. The final lap has been started, of course. And the last lap now starts as they cross the line. Down towards turn 1. Oh, Tyler Robinson changing up. Robinson, oh! Troy Sneyman makes it look very easy as Tyler Robinson got caught out. She tried to go for a different line there, went defensive. Sneyman saw her coming, dived up the inside and went to third. Divya Naidu now going defensive on Troy Sneyman. Sneyman with a chance here of still getting second, despite spinning out after that crash with Kian Grottis. Back up to the top. Leader takes the win. That's the gap that Muhammad Wali was able to pull out. He takes the win. Now pulling up to the top. Who's going to have what it takes for second? Is it going to be a move here? Kian Grottis is hot across the track. He's been lapped there by the leader. Here comes the second place battle, and it is Divya Naidu just to the line. Half a cart length there on Troy Sneyman. Tyler Robinson comes through for a 4th spot there. Good drive from her. Ethan Steer in 5. And that brings us to the end of race 4 for Junior Max. Slotting onto those tram lines and across the line. Let's see if we can get the whole shot. Troy Sneyman going to try and get the jump on him into turn 1. Can he do that? No, he can't. While he drops the hammer and into the lead. Grottis into 3rd place. Tyler Robinson into 4th. Forcing Ethan Steer into a little bit of maneuvering. But Muhammad Wali is out front in a big way. Divya Naidu up into 4th place. Chucked in there just before Grottis could come through. Kian Grottis ahead of Naidu ahead of Robinson. Don't know if there's going to be any answer here. Divya Naidu in the 4th place. Behind Grottis, Tyler Robinson behind that. First 5 across the line and completing the lap. 46.5 from 46.5 out of Muhammad Wali. Only second pass. 47's out of everybody else. And you think to yourself, what has this guy got in that cart? What is he doing that is so different to everybody else, making him so dominant in this category? He's got it all sorted, that's for sure. Grottis makes some mistakes. Oh, that's the rookie mistake there for the first national. Losing 2 more places there and giving opportunities to Divya Naidu and Tyler Robinson to get through. Naidu now sets his attentions onto the second place cart, 444 Troy Snyman. Oh, Tyler Robinson having a look here for turn 1. She gets good drive down towards turn 1. She's good enough on the brakes, yes, indeed. Parallel makes its way up into the third place. ART gets dropped down into 4th. Tyler Robinson doing such a good job in that kart. As I said earlier on, certainly the find of the season here in this category for Junior Max. She hangs on ahead of Divya Naidu heading up the hill now. 3rd and 4th place battle is where it's at the moment. Everybody else spread out. No changes. They come up over the line one more time with 12 laps still to go. So Tyler Robinson opening up a little bit of a margin now over Divya Naidu. Naidu not able to answer. Ethan Steer trying to close down on Kian Grottis. 5th and 6th place starting to heat up too. Troy Snyman heading up into starting his penultimate lap. Third place in the background there is Tyler Robinson. This young lady doing such a good job. And as I said, Kian Grottis closing on the back end of Divya Naidu with 2 to go. There they go. Up to the top of the hill. Kian Grottis trying to get through. Hopefully not going to be in any trouble here at the end of the day's racing for heat number 5. Remember, we've still got 1 more race to go for these guys. Divya Naidu second in the championship coming into this round, but definitely not there anymore after a nightmare of a weekend here at Zwartkops. Last lap starts. Divya Naidu hangs on. Kian Grottis once passed. No chance now. Muhammad Wali though, on his way to the checkered flag. Perfectly done, has not been bettered the entire weekend and continues with that record with another victory. Across the line, beating out Troy Snyman. Snyman's going to come through for second place, but it's a long way back before he crosses the line. Third place for Tyler Robinson, puts onto the podium for the first time today. She'll be very happy with that, ahead of Divya Naidu and Kian Grottis, Ethan Steer, Jean Reynal and Maddie Wadley. Very slowly. Might be a little bit too slow there, but they get going nevertheless, and Kian Grottis is right behind him. Tyler Robinson looking to move up into third place, Ethan Steer behind her. And is it going to be Ethan Steer behind her into turn 1? It is. So it's Muhammad Wali from Kian Grottis, Grottis from Troy Snyman. Snyman got Divya Naidu and then Tyler Robinson. Ethan Steer behind Tyler Robinson, that is third and 4th place in the championship, sitting in reverse order. Robinson's ahead of Steer. That might change up things between herself and Steer in the overall championship going into this final heat, and of course into the final round down in Cape Town. Muhammad Wali now starting to open up over Kian Grottis in second. Grottis is down in 8th place in this championship. It's his first season in national karting. Not a bad start to the season. Not a bad start to his karting career in nationals. It's Troy Sneyman behind him though. And Sneyman, as I said, is not going to be involved in this championship this year. He's too far back. He cannot make up the ground. If Wally gets this win, he could win 4 in Cape Town, possibly win out 2nd place in the championship. But Muhammad Wali, if he stays where he is right now, will wrap up 2020's championship. There's no way that anybody can get 8 wins on the weekend to beat him, because there's only 4 wins available. So across the line, Troy Sneyman now into 2nd place. Divya Naidu behind him in 3rd, and Ken Grottis down to 4th. In fact, Ken Grottis down to 5th and 6th place. He's got some problems. He's dropped behind Ethan Steer and behind Tyler Robinson. Grottis got a bit of an issue there. Must have made a mistake somewhere on track. Tyler Robinson. She's doing such a good job. Dives on the inside of Divya Naidu. Naidu comes back at her. Oh! That was not nice from Divya Naidu. Forcing the young lady off the circuit completely. He ran wide all on his own and took Tyler Robinson. She tried to come back and he just kept driving through her almost. So Tyler Robinson and Divya Naidu coming together there. That's given Ethan Steer and Grottis a chance to move up. Steer's up to 3rd. Grottis into 3rd as they go into turn 1 though, overtaking Steer. So Ethan Steer is 3rd in the championship. He's 4th on the road. Divya Naidu into 5th place on track. And Tyler Robinson dropped right out the back end of the field now. That wasn't nice at all. But that's racing. Sometimes it gets a little bit hectic. Naidu came into this race in 2nd in the championship, so that's why he was fighting so hard. Tyler Robinson was 4th in the championship. She was not prepared to give it up. So bit of an incident between the two of them that'll probably get sorted out afterwards. Sneyman at this point moves up to 2nd. Troy Sneyman, he was in 10th place coming into this race. Just behind Nicholas Ruiz, who of course participated down in Udubi, didn't make it out for this round. Grottis in 3rd place at the moment for his first time out in national championships is very good. Ethan Steer, first time for him to jump up into Junior Max. He's had a great baptism of fire into Junior Max, but has a potential of finishing up 3rd overall. We head down to his home track as well. He's also a Cape Town-based driver. Grottis and Steer down into turn 1. Wally doing 44 zeros, 44 zeros, exactly the same times out of Wally and Sneyman. You can't ask for better than that. Sneyman trying to beat Muhammad Wali for the first time today. It's turned into a bit of a procession here between these drivers, unfortunately. The gaps are just way too big for anything to happen at the moment. No one able to close those gaps down. You can see on the graphic on the right-hand side of the screen, the gap there between 1, 2, 3, and 4. Too big to have any influence. 7 seconds between Sneyman and Wally, 9 seconds between Sneyman and Grottis, and 11 seconds between Grottis and Steer.
First of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
12 years old and another title.
Yeah, I can only thank God. He's helping me all the time. I can even thank my mechanics, Elvis, and Uncle Yuri, and my father and my mother for all the support, and my brother and sister, and my granny at home. I have to thank them.
Brad Liebenberg.
6 wins on the weekend. You wiped the floor with him. You won by 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Did you think that you could come here this weekend and have such a conclusive win?
Right, and the winner for the day.
I didn't actually expect that. I thought I would win, but not like that.
Did you think that you were going to get challenged on the weekend by anybody, or did you feel confident that you could win the championship?
No, I felt confident.
Question now, are you prepared for Portimao?
Right, we move on to the DD2
I've been there
Masters.
before in 2017,
Start
but
number
we have to go
134,
practice this though.
Sanaken Kube.
Yes, because I know you were there in 2017 because I was also there, and it's a daunting circuit. It's a huge circuit.
Yeah, it is.
Now Heran.
And do you think you're now better prepared for it?
I hope so.
This experience has been amazing. Honestly, it just took some wild turns, unexpected things as well, but honestly it was amazing.
Talk to me through the 6 heats and what did you expect on the day arriving here? Because suddenly you're on the podium.
Honestly, when I arrived here, I didn't know what to expect. I just knew things were going to happen and I just had to be prepared for it. And I was happy to honestly come here and be podium.
And then on occasion you and a former Minimax champion came together as well, because you didn't see him take the inside line on a corner where nobody really passes.
That is true. I didn't see him. All of a sudden I just saw my kart spinning and he also span. So
Taking a third overall on the day, was that, if somebody said to you yesterday you can have a third overall, would you have taken it?
Definitely. I'm really, really happy.
And will you now take this and go to Cape Town?
You know, that is a big opportunity. I'm always up to the challenge, and why not?